Accuracy? I don't need accuracy. I play Taiko. I have a big stick and a big drum, and I put them together and boom, that's all I need. Except you'll find that once you start to work on accuracy, your Taiko sounds a lot better. The problem is, once you start being aware of accuracy, you can't go back. Are you willing to take that risk? Of course you are. Let's go. The way I see it, in Taiko, there's two basic kinds of accuracy. Where you hit the drum and if you hit the drum. Where you hit the drum is all about intention. In other words, given an ideal scenario, where would you strike? Now, I remember my mind kind of being blown when I heard that hitting dead center is not generally the best place to strike. You lose a lot of resonance and a lot of warmth hitting dead center. Every drum is different, but you can test this by hitting center and then slightly moving off to the side. The second kind of accuracy, if you hit the drum, is there because we play Taiko. It's rare that you see a performance where everyone is just playing in small motions. We have choreography where our hands and our arms are moving around in shapes and angles and circles and lines. We move our feet, which often takes us away from the drum, aside the drum, into and around the drum. And we play multiple drums by turning our torso, sometimes just the arm, but often moving our whole body. This adds so many variables that you may not miss the drum completely, although that's happened, it's happened to me, but it's very likely that instead of hitting where you want, you might hit the rim or a glancing blow when you meant to hit straight on. The cool thing about today's quick and dirty drill is that it addresses both kinds of accuracy and any others that I might have forgotten about. For this week's quick and dirty drill, we're going to work on accuracy in a pretty fun way. You only need a couple of things: a pair of chopsticks and a bunch of bottles. Fill the bottles up, and I've done it with different amounts of water to make different tones, but you don't have to. And I would say you need a minimum of 4, but more is better to get something out of the drill. Also, we're using chopsticks instead of bachi because it's really easy to knock over the bottles with something heavier than a pair of chopsticks. For level 1, really simple. Arrange the bottles in something symmetrical. Doesn't matter what it is. And then play whatever you want. It doesn't matter what the tempo is. It doesn't matter what the patterns are. You're only focusing on hitting the tops of the caps and not coming down and hitting the sides of the bottles. For those of you watching closely and listening closely, you might have noticed that sometimes I didn't quite hit the top as cleanly as I would like to. There were definitely some glancing and some whiffing, completely missing altogether, and that's okay. That just shows me that I need work on it just as much as anyone else. For level 2, we're not going to change it up too much, but now instead of only being able to come down on the top of a cap, you're also able to hit the side or even the edge. But be careful that you're not hitting the bottle or glancing on the way up. You only want to hit the part that's the cap. That's what makes this level 2. On to level 3, where we go from symmetrical to asymmetrical, so that your body can no longer rely on any sort of mirroring processes. A simple line is all you need, but you can of course get more fancy and more complicated. And finally, level 4, where the difficulty jumps up to 11. Start with your asymmetrical pattern, whatever you want. Play for a few seconds and then close your eyes and keep going and see what happens. That was interesting. Look, I know this drill is a little silly, but it doesn't mean it's not effective. You will work on your accuracy. You're learning body awareness, spatial awareness, hand-eye coordination, and the ability to adjust when you know you're almost there. I can tell sometimes I'm whiffing it, like, oh, I'm over to the right, I'm over to the left. Those small adjustments are what help you work your accuracy. And if you're only working on getting better at Taiko when you're on a Taiko, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. Your progress will be so much slower. If you're one of the few people who actually do this drill, send me a picture of your arrangement. I'm really curious to see what people come up with. And you know, you don't need bottles. For me, bottles are the easiest thing to collect, but if you come up with something else, please let me know what you come up with. Again, a picture, even a video would be awesome. If you like this video, let me know. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. We're slowly building up a following here. And as always, until next time, keep practicing and be well.